So we're on 35 points now out of 18 games. For
Yeah.
me, the problem there is we're looking at Leeds United and we're seeing, look, it's a similar vein and we're going to be at a similar point, which is great. But the expectation, the squad that we have, he's not overperforming right now. If I'm looking at it right now, I think he's actually, and you're not going to like this, but I think he's underperforming right now because my expectation, your expectation at the start of the season, like we said, mate, front and
I don't
center.
disagree with you though.
But you know the points, Joe, that you mentioned about the teams ahead of us, but that's not our standard. That's the other teams, and it's like, well, okay, that's fine, but looking at Leeds right now with the squad that we have, with the improvements that we've made, with the standards that we have, we're still at the same point now. We're still having a few jitters when it comes to getting that consistency. And I guess that's what I'm saying. It's more reflective on Leeds, not other teams. Yeah, we're closer to them, but should we not be above them right now with the squad that we have?
Yeah, listen, I don't disagree that he's underperforming.
Yeah.
I don't disagree because, like you said, the waveform's terrible. So that needs to change and change quick. And, looking at the fixtures coming up, you would hope that is going to. We've got Stoke, we've got Preston, we've got Derby. You've got to be getting 9 points, really, if we're being honest.
Do you honestly, mate, right now, honestly, and I'm not here to be this badge of morality. I'm not, because we disagree, mate. 9 times out of 10 people disagree with me anyway. But for me, like, you look at Stoke now, and I was so confident, Joe, going into. I mean, I predicted once that we'd drop points this season. Every prediction I've done once, and I got it completely wrong, surprisingly. Luton, but I do look at these away games now, Joe, and I'm thinking, okay, Bristol City, where we went last season, we won, scored 2-0. We went to Swansea, battered Swansea 4-0. We battered Millwall 3-0. And I know things change, but obviously those fixtures haven't worked out for us again this season. It's gone a different way. But I'm now looking, mate, because of this away form, because of the trends and patterns. I'm looking at these away games. I'm looking at Stoke now, Joe. I'm looking at Derby away, and I'm looking at these games and thinking, well, okay, it's going to be a bit patchy again, isn't it? And maybe, I think the positive is, mate, Ramazani's going to come back, and Ramazani's going to get us out of a lot here, because I think on transition, he's going to be so quick. He's going to devastate the opposition. I think it's going to help Nonto out and probably Aronson as well. But I guess the point of which is, Joe, he shouldn't need Ramazani back with the squad that we've got to iron out some of these deficiencies that we're having so far. He should be able to work around it with the squad depth and quality that we've got, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm not sure I disagree with that. I'm not sure that we should be relying on Ramazani. He's only been back in 2 minutes. I don't disagree with you there. I think, like I said, we are not where probably a lot of us envisaged.
Yeah.
But again, I can't get away from the fact that by 2:30, Saturday will be top. If we beat Derby, that is, of course, which I think we will, to be honest. I'm quite confident we will. Yeah. I understand where you're coming from, maybe being a little bit nervy about the upcoming away fixtures. And that's an issue that you're feeling like that, because you shouldn't be. You should be looking at them going, gee, yeah, 3 points. It is what it is. But I think this is a huge month, right? It's a massive, massive month.
Is it a massive month for the manager as well?
Well, I think so, yeah, because it's 6 games, Conor. It's 6 games that really we should drop points in 1 or 2. And they're not even losses, really. If we're being honest, we've got Derby and Preston. Middlesbrough could be tough, right? Middlesbrough could be tough, but
yeah. After last time,
yeah. But you've got 2 home games on the spin. You're then away at Preston. You've then got Stoke, and so for me, this is a huge month for Daniel, because obviously, if he came through and let's say he only won 3 and dropped points,
Blackburn at home, by the way, in Jan as well.
But if he drops more points than's acceptable, then the club may look at it in January with a view to a transfer window and stuff, etc. But like Matt says, and I agree with him, really, people call us, call me arrogant at times. You talk Leeds up too much, etc. But really,
I know what you mean. I think sometimes
I don't think we should be dropping points, if I'm honest. But the only thing that stops me from saying that is, like, this is the Championship. It is 6 games in a month. It's a lot. We probably may drop. But really, on paper, I look at it and go, yeah, I'm a little bit concerned about Borough. The rest, we smash. But No, do you see what I'm saying? Though we should be Preston, Derby twice, Stoke. We should be beating them, bro. And then that's when, like for me, I can't begin to call for the manager when, for me, we're third and we win at lunchtime, we go back top, and so I just think that would be a little bit wild. But of course, if we
can I ask you something on that? Cause it's interesting that you're mentioning that, because I think that when you're talking about us going back at lunch, I don't think anyone denies that it's going to be a tough game for Sheffield against West Bromwich Albion. I think it's away from home, isn't it?
Burnley Borough Friday night as well.
Burnley Borough Friday night, 100%. But I don't think that's the problem. I think there's a likelihood we do go back. I think it's the games afterwards. It's the games afterwards when Sheffield maybe have an easier game and Burnley have an easier game and Leeds then go away from home. Are we going to go away to Stoke? Are we going to go away to Preston?
Well, we have to go away.
He has to. 3 wins away from home in 9 doesn't scream playoff form, Joe. It does scream playoff form.
Don't say that, Farke. You say we're not getting top 6.
Jeez, he should have heard my dad at the weekend, mate. I had to calm him down. But it doesn't scream top 2, mate. And I think this is the worry now. Look, the standard set, isn't it? Burnley are going away to Stoke, winning 2-0. Sheffield United are going away to Blackburn, winning. Sheffield United are going away to Bristol, winning. We've got to start ironing out this away form. And I know what you're saying about the players, but there's a captain of the ship. There's a captain of this ship. And for me, his in-game management, oh, my goodness, mate. I mean, look, I know you were talking. You said
I agree with you, though. You do.
But you did say that you understand why he brought Bamford on.
I do because again,
has Joseph been that bad?
I don't. Like people have shown to me, it's more a case of the physical aspect of it. When Joseph came in, he got bodied a few times. I don't know if that's maybe a kick up the arse for Joseph. What's the last game Joseph came on? He missed a sitter. Yeah,
I feel that you think, for example, like me, we've spoken about this before off air, obviously, but you've sort of looked maybe at me and obviously you've been on the streams and stuff before on debrief and you've said, look, Conor, just say what you think. You want him out. I feel like right now when it comes to Daniel, I feel like right now, and you saying this on your stream, you said, if it's almost like an excuse for someone like myself to say, to be like, told you so, told you so, told you so. But for me, why can't I say about Daniel Farke? Why does it have to be black and white? Why can't we not put a bit of grey in it and say, look, he's got to improve after the game? I don't know if you caught my post-match, mate, against Luton. But my post-match, I am bigging him up. I'm talking about the tactical ingenuity of him putting Byram essentially attacking midfield, activation when Rothwell has the ball and you see the front 5 going. Loved it. And I thought what he did in that game was excellent. So you give him his plaudits, you give him his praise, but then we go to Blackburn and follow the same pattern as we have done away from home, and we're woeful in that game, and Blackburn deserve to win. And then it's very much like, well, he deserves criticism for that. It's not good enough from the manager, from the players, of course, but from the manager, the captain of the ship, it's not good enough. So for me, he needs to improve certain parts of his game. We've mentioned this before: substitutions, in-game management, maybe selections at the start of the game, intensity away from home is I think it's poor. But does me criticizing Daniel Farke mean that I have to say that I want him out?
No, it doesn't. However, for me, and this isn't just, it feels like there is a sharpening of knives. Is he your preferred choice, Conor?
Depends who we talk. If there's every single manager out there at championship level, no, he's not, but they're not.
Okay. If we were to put us on a like a scale of where we're at, do you like Daniel Farke?
Do I like him? Yeah,
him?
I think he's all right.
You do?
Yeah. I don't know him as a person, but
no, not as a person, but as a manager, do you like him? I feel there are, and I know in some cases there are some that don't want the manager here, but don't say it.
But that means with you saying that means that people may think, oh shit, we can't criticize him. We can't criticize him.
Why would they though? Why? But I'm not. What's the word? Like they can say what they want. They can say what they want.
Do you think you like?
I think you would like to see the manager sacked.
No way. Why? Why? Based on what? Me criticizing him?
Yeah.
But you've got to criticize.
But bro, I think you would like a change of manager.
Right. Okay. Why is that?
Based on everything you say.
Right. Okay. Well, I did say
I can only take it on what you say. So
right.
I believe, like saying, for example, no, I don't need players now. You know, he's got enough. Okay. For me,
that means I want him out.
I think you do want him out. Yeah. Not just because of that, Conor, man. Come on.
Okay.
I can go through, if you want, we can go through all your videos. We can go through all your social media. And the majority is very, very critical of the manager, even when doing well.
But I would say, in response to that, when Leeds play very, very well, when Leeds play exceptionally well, you will go above and beyond to praise the manager over the players. But when Leeds perform badly, you will point at the players over the manager.
And that could be a fair assessment, mate. That could be a fair assessment. Because I don't feel, mate, that, again, I could say to you, last season, we were individual FC. It was all Somerville. It was all Rotary. If we don't have them, the manager relies too much on individuals. We lose again. Farke. Exactly the same, bro.
Yeah, and that's fair. But now he's got a balanced team, and we're in third.
Right. But we're 3 points off. We're still there, bro. We'll still win the league.
But we're not front and center.
We're not top, no. I still believe we're front and center.
Okay. How does that work?
Well, we're in the conversation. So right, okay. So let's strip it back. On Saturday at 12:30, at 2:30, if we beat Derby, will we be front and center?
For a week.
Right, okay. So just give me till Saturday, then we'll be top. And then what? Like, what if we stay there? This is what I mean. It's not as linear, because for me, if we win on Saturday, does that mean then I can come back to you and say, I told you we were front and center?
Well, you can say to me, well, Conor, we've got, but is that the criticism? But I think then you've got to specify the criticism we've put at his door. The criticism is the away form. The home form's exemplary, and it has been under the gaffer. It's been brilliant, and we've always praised him for that. But I think I just don't want to get to a stage where you cannot say anything about Daniel Farke, and I feel like it's like not.
But
from
you can, bro. You can say what you want.
But there's no grey, because if you dare to criticize Daniel Farke, and it does feel like this at points, if you dare to criticize me, you dare to criticize X, Y, and Z,
bro. Do we agree?
Then you want him out.
Do we agree that he needs to change his in-game management?
Yes.
Right. Exactly. So I criticize also.
Would you say that I think I was watching your live yesterday, mate, and I did think you were going a little bit more at the players than the manager, when I think it was pretty evident that the manager was why does he not change the game plan against John Eustace?
I agree,
with
right? And I always caveat this and say, look, of course you can have a manager that creates more chances, right? So therefore, but ultimately, we have chances in all these games that we lose. We do.
Do you think we deserve to win at the weekend?
No, don't. No, don't think we did enough. No, and that's where the criticism comes on the manager. 100%.
Because for me, Joe, I've not, and I've seen Gav there. The players have to take some responsibility too. I've not said that. I've not said the players do need to take responsibility, but there's a captain of the ship. There's a person at the top who can say at halftime, when this game is going like every single other away game, and he can make changes, and he's got substitutions on the bench which can enact change. He can do that. The players can't do that. The players can perform better, but if they're working to a structure, a framework which isn't profitable during the game, the manager is the only person who can change that. And Joe, why at halftime am I looking at it going, this is going to get to the 70th minute, we're then going to make a change, and then they're going to start time wasting. The changes, then we're going to make another change in the 82nd minute, and it follows a pattern. Joe, do you know what knocked me off even more? The camera's constantly panning to John Eustace, and he's smiling, he's laughing. Yeah. He's not even bothered. He's like, yeah. And this is Leeds United, top 3 in the division, going for promotion. He shouldn't be sat there smiling or stood there smiling. Easy street. And I think this is maybe a little bit of the problem away from home, but I just think he needs to.
And I don't disagree with that, by the way. Like I hear you. There's been many games where we can change it at halftime, and again, the manager will live and die by these decisions, right? Like ultimately, if he gets this month wrong, then there'll be a serious conversation to be had. And people,
where would you be at? Where would you be at, mate?
Well, I've told you, like it.
I think
we'll be top. I think we'll be top at Christmas. I do think we'll be top at Christmas. Having looked at the fixtures, you know, Burnley have got Borough. Burnley have got Norwich, Watford, Sheffield United. Sheffield United have got West Brom. This is arguably our easiest fixture run of the season. 6 games. Take away Borough, we should be running the rest. We might not, but we should be, because like I've said, we've got Derby twice, Oxford, Preston, and Stoke. That is Championship, bottom half of the table fodder. Leeds United should be beating every single one of them, really, if we're honest. And that's not me being arrogant. It should be the case. So for me, this is arguably our easiest fixture run of the season. So I believe that we will be top at Christmas. I do believe this. I said this.
Yeah.
Then obviously we'll see what January brings, etc. But I still believe, Conor, and I still sit here and say we'll still win the league. We'll still be the team that creates the gap.
Okay.
I think there are similarities with.
I'm less convinced now, by the way.
No, I know, and I understand that, mate. You know, even Matty, who comes on my show from Imagine Not Being Leeds, is quite positive like myself. But even I'm probably going to be, like you said, standing on the hill. I'll probably be the last one. We've got 3 games left saying, Joe, we can't create a gap anymore. And I'll be going, we will. But I'm very confident. Like, if we continue the same as last season, we get 90 plus points. If we get 90 plus points, we'll go up. 90-point trophy, etc. I'm cool. I'm calm with where we're at right now. And I just think the outrage from losing a game, and of course there is context because there's a lot of away performances that have been poor, so he needs to change that in this month. But it was the same when we got beat by Millwall. It was exactly the same shit that I'm reading on social media. It was, and I just think
what was it? What was being said? What was being what was it? Not? I mean, social media. What?
What annoys me the most, right? And you haven't said this. You haven't said this.
I love it how you just read between the lines that I say. Don't
No. I'm not even on about you right now. I'm on about people on Twitter, and I know Twitter's not thing, but the manager's shite. I seen someone say Lampard's better. I see all this stuff, and I'm like, we've lost 1 game of football.
You need to start sorting out that. You need to start unfollowing, mate.
I do, mate. And I even block now people who I'm like, I can't be asked for you anymore. You know. So yeah,
Joe, just to pick up on that point, I think my whole issue is sort of.
If you're not the manager out, by the way, right? If you're not, when will you be? Because you asked me, when will you be?
I think it's because okay, yeah, I'll answer that. And look, I'm definitely going to get to that 100%. Joe, we have to be honest. There's more frigging pressure on this season. We can't hold Leeds to the standards that we're at last season. We can't,
and that's why it's getting emotional between us online and all that. And I love it, man. I'm here for it. It is what it is.
Yeah, of course. And I think it's a different standard now. It's a higher standard because we were told last season that we made all these changes. We made 10, 11, 12 people left the club. Didn't have a consistent period. Fine, okay, great. I mean, Farke, in all fairness, won 10 games, I think it was, on the bounce from January onwards, which was staggering. Are we going to do that again? It doesn't look like it now with this away form. But the whole point of it is, I just think that you can't look at it and just You're talking about the Millwall game. I think people were narked off with the Millwall game because it's almost going back to yesteryear with Leeds United, where it's the same goal we've pretty much conceded there for about 10, 12 years. Yeah. We then go to Blackburn, and then maybe from yourself and others, Joe, it's it's just another game. You know, you get over it. We played okay. We lost the game. We move on. But I don't think there can be that nonchalant attitude all the time to Leeds losing games and losing points away from home. I feel maybe from yourself and others.
Do you feel like nonchalant then with it?
Not nonchalant, but it's very much like, you know, we'll get to the next game. It's fine. And I think maybe people like myself and others are deemed reactionary, and they don't know. Not they don't want to talk
you
about
are the reactionary king, man.
Yeah, but isn't everyone? Isn't everyone? With what we do? With what we do with people in the chat, if we go and beat Luton 3-0, you'd expect us to then go and beat Blackburn 2-0. But then after the fact, Blackburn are a good team. They won 2 out of 2, and the whole narrative changes.
I did say 2-0, yeah.
But it's Leeds United. It's Leeds. We should be going to Blackburn and we should be winning like Sheffield United did. Why does the standard change after the game, Joe? That's what I
hear what you're saying. Right, okay, fair enough. So you're cooking me, son. You're doing well, man. I'll give you
apparently, just a quick one as well.
I didn't know you had this in you, mate.
Verb is linked to Salzburg again, but anyway.
I'm not surprised at Verba though.